The Lunar New Year holiday isn't known for this sort of mask. But for Chinese citizens, anxiety is just one of the things that may be in the air. A new flu-like virus is infecting people in droves, the number of confirmed cases rising every day. And the death toll is quickly jumping too.
I'm getting more and more nervous. My family told me not to go out or to go to work. If one person is ill, then our entire family will get sick. It's so serious. Everyone is particularly panicked. We are very scared.
Some 11 million people in the city of Wuhan have now been told to stay put. Urban transport has been suspended, flights in and out of the city grounded, and citizens are told not to leave the city unless they have to.
Trying to contain a city of 11 million people is new to science. It has not been tried before as a public health measure. So we cannot at this stage say it will or it will not work. We note that if this is happening, we will note carefully to what extent it is maintained, how long it can take.
Officials have urged authorities to be open about the situation. That may reassure global health experts, as cases have already been confirmed beyond China's borders, as far away as the United States.
We're in contact with Chinese authorities 24/7 and almost daily contacts directly with the minister himself. And what they're doing is a very, very strong measure and with full commitment.
Chinese authorities are still trying to figure out where the coronavirus came from. They believe it started at a market where illegal animal meat is sold. What's most concerning, though, is that the virus can spread from person to person. Many Chinese have cancelled planned trips for the holiday. They've also been avoiding public places like cinemas and shopping malls as authorities fight to contain the disease. The government's response contrasts with its secrecy over the SARS outbreak about 17 years ago. That also started in China and killed about 800 people. Experts don't believe the new virus is as dangerous as SARS, but the growing worries, as well as the virus itself, are already bringing back those memories. Samantha Vadas, TRT World, Beijing.
And for more on this, Dr Muhammad Munir joins us now from the UK. He's a virologist at Lancaster University. Welcome back to the program, Doctor. Firstly, we're seeing unprecedented measures taking place in China, in the epicentre and also in the neighbouring city of this viral outbreak. We've got some 18 million people who are effectively under lockdown. What do you make of this strategy? Will it be effective in trying to contain the spread of this coronavirus?
Right. Let's take a look of the scientific evidences. So if you look at the history of this 3 weeks old disease, there has been outbreak within China, but also overseas. And all those cases have some sort of directly or indirect relationship with Wuhan itself. So this means Wuhan is really an epicenter. So that is the place where the disease is spreading. So the actions that are currently undergoing are certainly very helpful, very important, but unfortunately these should have been taken around a week or 2 weeks before, because at that time, if this virus could have been contained in that locality, that would have been a lot more beneficial. However, the major challenge would remain how the government would implement this one and for how long can that be implemented.
So tell us more about the virus itself. We know it's been described as a coronavirus, similar to the virus that sparked the SARS epidemic in 2003. How deadly is it, and how worried should we be?
So the virus is a corona-like virus, and it causes respiratory sickness. And if we look onto the genetic makeup of this Wuhan coronavirus and compare it with the viruses that caused SARS in 2003, that means that we have around 80 to 90% similarities between these two viruses. So they are genetically similar, but at the same time, they are pathogenicity-wise also similar. They cause similar sort of disease. So based on these evidences, it is clear that the viruses, they are not too different from each other. Probably if the control measures would not be taken in place as effectively as it should be, the outcome would probably be the similar as the SARS coronavirus.
Now, when we saw an outbreak of swine flu several years ago, we saw governments, I guess, learning a lesson from the SARS outbreak. They started stockpiling swine flu vaccine, started immunising their populations, many free of charge. Is this something that can be done to contain this coronavirus outbreak?
Not really, because for swine flu, that is a different story. The reason is that swine flu vaccines have been already out there in a trial basis or at different stages, and flu is not really new for us, and it's stayed there for almost throughout the year for years. But the coronavirus, I mean, after 2003, this is the first time we are seeing the research. So that means that we have sort of like stopped all those efforts to make a pro version of the vaccine. So at this moment, if we go on to the route of the vaccine itself, that would probably be a relatively longer route, because vaccine development itself requires a lot of efforts, a lot of resources, and importantly, time. So at this moment, probably vaccine is not a choice. It might be a choice for a long-term perspective, but at this moment, control measures are the only choices.
Okay, Dr. Muhammad Munir, we'll have to leave it there, but thank you so much for sharing your analysis here on Money Talks.